What up YouTube, MCool40 here, bringing you guys Journey to Nationals number 3, I believe it is. Might be 4, but you never know. Here to kind of recap a little bit of YCS Orlando and how Orlando is going to dictate the game slightly, and we'll see how things go from there. Orlando was I don't want to say it was a terrible event. It definitely wasn't on the competitive level that everybody was anticipating. People were expecting Doppel Warrior everywhere, and I didn't see hardly any Doppel Warrior. And it proved that there are many variants to debris plants that can still exist in Harmony. So the meta itself is still 6 Samurai, and plants appear to be the dominant decks. Heroes seem to have taken a back seat, if you can really believe that or not. I was expecting to see a lot of hero there, but there were hardly any. And Gravekeeper still shows its nasty head every once in a while. The bad news about Nats this year. Exceeds aren't legal for Nats, unfortunately. They're legal 2 days after Nats. So, sorry guys. They might make them legal for the side events, but I highly doubt that. It would be cool, but yeah. The other thing to know about the format, Trish at 3, most people only playing 2 of this. I'm sorry to tell you that. Yeah, it's my fake Trish. Live with it. I don't know where my other one is. So, yeah, Trish at 3 is okay. I've only seen a lot of people playing 2. Frog FTK, aka Fish OTK, and Fish FTK didn't really show their head at all at the event, so I'm a little bit disappointed to see where things are going with that right now. And the last note of the apocalypse. How will this deck dictate the meta? This deck will be legal for Nats, and it's going to be interesting to see on how this deck competes with the meta right now. This deck does very well in Japan, so like I said, I'm surprised to see on how this deck is going to shape up against our meta here. With the lack of exceeds at Nats, we're gonna see a big shift in the expected power. Hyper Librarian will probably crush everything in its wake at Nats, unfortunately. But the good news is there is still hope. It's still a dice roll format. Even if your opponent has Hyper Librarian, you go first, set 5, summon Dinah. You might be in really good shape unless they open Rhode. Then you just put your head in between your ass and kiss yourself goodbye. So that's the state of the format right now. I'm really hoping that this deck does something to 6 Samurai and plants, and it tries to equalize the format. And Gravekeepers are still that last piece of the triangle that really hasn't done much of anything right now, but they're there, if you know what I mean. So we'll see what happens in the month of June to shape up towards Nationals. We'll see what Providence, Rhode Island brings to the table. I don't think I'm going to be going to Providence like I originally wanted to, but we'll see what happens after that. So I'll be at Nats for sure, and Gen Con. So Gen Con's in my backyard, so I better be there. Anyway guys, like I said, we'll see what things have to bring for the month of June. Leave a comment down below if you guys think I really missed anything in the format. Based on the results of Orlando, I say that a lot of the scares that we had going into that event have really been shaken off a little bit. So let's see what things have to come. Peace, guys. Whee!